Good morning, Flosstube. My name is Charlotte and you have reached my channel, Clue High Heeled Stitcher. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you are returning, then thank you. Welcome back. If you are new, I hope you like what you see and you hit the subscribe button and join me for future videos. How is everyone? I hope you're all well and staying safe. It's been 2 weeks since my last video. I was hoping to come back a little bit sooner than that, but life gets in the way, as it normally does. If you watched my last video, you will have seen I mentioned lighting. My candles, I currently have one burning just there. That is the haunted house one that I showed last video. It smells very fruity, strawberries and raspberries. It's lush. And that one was a limited edition, obviously for Halloween, and if you pre-ordered it, there was a special offer that you got 2 jewels instead of 1. I've only just started burning that one, so nowhere near getting the jewellery out of that. We will start with a life update. The main thing that's happened is my car is currently broken. I can't open his fuel latch cap thing. The door, it's just not opening. I'm there trying to pry it open. It doesn't have, it's all connected to the locking system, and it's just not unlocking when I press the unlock button. So he's booked into the garage next week, which is one of the main reasons why I am a little bit late filming this video, because I had to swap my days round in the office because I currently can't drive my car because he's on the red and I don't know how many miles I'm going to get out of him. So we shall wait and see with that. I had a week off, not the week just gone, the week before. It was amazing. I really needed that. I had lions almost every day. I did take Dara to work on the Monday because I told him I would. We have an agreement that I take him to work on a Monday and a Friday, and he'll walk the other days because it's only like a 25-minute walk, so it's not too bad. So I dropped him off on the Monday and he let me have lions for the rest of the week, and on Friday I got up with him, said I'll drop you off, and he said no, you go back to sleep. So I went back to bed. I was sleeping until like 9-10 o'clock in the morning each day. It was amazing. It was amazing. Nat came around a few days, which was awesome. It was lovely to see her. Obviously socially distanced Stitchy in the living room, and we chatted and we laughed and we stitched, and it was so much fun. Speaking of Nat, I'm going to put the pencil down. Speaking of Nat, she did a video. She has uploaded another video. She's been away for a few months, but she's uploaded and it's amazing, so highly recommend you check her out. Natalie, love it, live it, make it yours, on Flosstube and Instagram. But she messaged me and she said, don't watch my next video, you're not allowed to until I've seen you tomorrow, the next day. And I was just like, oh okay then. So I wasn't allowed to watch it, and I will show you the reason why in a minute. Or if you've already watched it, then you know the reason why. But, yeah. We were supposed to be going dress shopping, that didn't happen. Just one of those things, nobody's fault. Just, it all related to the new NHS COVID app and confusion with it, but we're all fine, no problems. So back to work this week, and I feel a lot better working. I don't feel burnt out anymore, which is the main thing. So yes, that's life update. Car broken, relaxed, it's fine. So we will get into the stitching. I'm hoping this is going to be a short video because it has only been 2 weeks and I haven't done a huge amount. So hopefully, yeah, not too much to show you. I don't even have a cup of tea today. Nope. I have a glass of Pepsi Max in my Supernatural glass. It says join the hunt. It's got Dean, Sam and Cass, and the back is just Supernatural. So I've got that today. Oh, you can probably see my hot air balloons are currently just hung up. I've still not ironed them and they're just there waiting to be finished. I've got to find a frame for them. When Nat and I went shopping about a month or so ago, I did find a frame in a charity shop, but I wasn't entirely sure if it was going to be big enough. Turns out after I measured the balloons, it would have been, so I doubt it's still there. I might pop back. Oh, that was a big thing that life update that I forgot to say. Brighton, I did. We went to Brighton. It was fun, a really, really good time. You may want to hold on to your seats for this. Make sure you don't fall off because I went to Brighton. I went to the irregular choice shop and I didn't buy shoes. I know, I didn't buy any shoes. Before I went, I had a look online and nothing really grabbed my attention. I was hoping that maybe seeing some in real life, I'd go, oh yeah, I really like them. There was a pair that I was debating and I decided, no, I'm not going to buy them. I'm going to wait for the Christmas release because the Christmas shoes are hopefully going to be released in the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to wait for those. Everyone was a little bit concerned, obviously, where I wasn't buying, where I didn't buy any shoes and I was a little bit quiet and that, and I was fine. It was more of a bonding experience for Nat and Gemma and Abby rather than me, obviously. So yes, Abby got her first irregular choice shoes, which she loves. She got a pair of flats and a pair of boots. So she was very happy. Tried to convince Gemma not to buy 2 pairs, didn't go down very it didn't happen. She brought the 2, but she loves them both, and one of the pairs are very sexy, so we'll give them that. Oh, I got another ring out of this time it was a bath bomb. It was a Halloween bath bomb, special edition. It came out in this little skull pot, which I've cleaned out, and I'm now going to use that as an ort jar. Just, I'm going to see if I can unclip it there and hang it on my Lowry stand. I probably don't even need to unclip it, I just need to take the thing out of the Lowry and just hook it on. Anyway, so yes, that. And that was the ring, the yellow one. It's really nice. I really like it. I don't normally like yellow. I'm not a yellow person, I'm not a pink person. But I did like that. It's valued, appraised it, and it's valued at about £35, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, stitching. Seeing that I waffled on again. Stitching. 2 new starts this week, 2 weeks. Both started on my week off. I told you about them in my last video, but now we will get on to them. The first one was, I was really excited to get this. If you watched my last video, you would have seen that I got the fabric for this project that I've been waiting for a while, and it is my first sampler. It's my first long dog sampler, and it is Pandemic, which I will put a picture up here of what it will look like when it's done. So it is stitched on Blood Moon Ada, 18 count Ada by KLT Charting, and I'm stitching it in 704, just one colour. I have to be really careful because my drink is in the way. I decided that I wanted to start at the bottom left, because in the sampler there's a symbol, a motif that says 2020, and I want to stitch that in 2020, so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to start down there so I can start. That's my tiny little start. Ooh. And that is as far as I have got. That's not the right way, is it? Is it? Yes, yes it is. So yeah, this is the bottom corner. And up here is the start of the 2. So I just need to fill out this bit for 2020 and then I will be happy. This is going to be massive. So, yes, I'm very happy with that. That's roughly 1,000 stitches in that. And I know that because I have Pattern Keeper, which I love. So I did 2 camps on this, on Myth and Magic, which is why it's just a plain 1,000 stitches. So that I am keeping in this book buddy that I got from Melvis Makes. This was, I'm moving into haul. I think I was meant to show you last time, and if I did, then I did. If not, then it was supposed to be in last time. Basically, it was a mystery. You tell her what you liked, what you didn't like, and she made one up for you. I told her I liked horses, so she picked that one for me. Well, she made that one for me. So this is currently being kept in there, and it's my Moomin needle minder, which I can't remember where I got it from. I'm sure it was on Etsy. There we go. So that was my first new start. My next new start was the Rainy Days sale by KLT Charting, and I am model stitching this for her. The first part was released on the 21st of October, so just a couple of days ago, and I am stitching these in Kim's brand new hand dyed threads. So I will put a picture up of what it will look like. I've only done the first one. I'm starting on the second one this weekend, probably Sunday. So this is just stitched on plain 18 count Ada because we want to show off the threads, and that is how it looks. I mean, I love it. These threads are so nice, and you can see the variation in the blue. Not so much the brown, the grey. So the outline is stitched with Darkness Comes, and the blue, so that's Darkness Comes. Not very good, are you? It's because I got you on angle because of the laptop. On the back there, there we go. It's got variegated greys and blues. I will put a picture in as well. And the inside pattern is stitched with Pompey Tides. Okay, you can probably see the variation on that. It is absolutely lovely. It's quite pale. There we go. So yes, Darkness Comes and Pompey Tides. These are really nice to work with. I find with DMC that they tangle quite easily, but these don't. I had hardly any tangles when working with this. So yes, this is the threads and just the threads are in my Lion King book buddy. So yes, all hanging around in there, and I don't know, again, I don't know where I got this needle minder from. It might have been Kim, KLT, I don't know. So there's that. So those were my two new starts. The two projects that I have worked on apart from those was Nikki Stocking and Dominic Mary Beth the Christmas Donkey by the Cross Stitch Studio. I've only done another probably about 600 stitches on Dominic, so I'm not going to show you him. Another reason for that is because I'm so close to actually finishing page 1 that I want to finish that before I show you any progress. The thing with, personally, the thing with full coverage is a couple of hundred stitches you don't really notice, or I don't really notice when I've done it. So unless I've done at least 1,000, I'm not going to show you what I've done on any of my full coverages, because I just don't think it's worth it, especially one that's the size of him. I mean, I think he's like 56 pages, so he is quite a big boy. Right. We will get, so I will show you the stocking, and then that's all I've got. I've had no finishes this in the last 2 weeks. So I've lost the cover page to this, so I will put up a picture of what it will look like when it's finished and what it was like before, so you can see. And then this is where we are now. So when I saw you last, I said that I wanted to fully finish this one, this one, this one, and this one, and then move on to this one. I managed to finish Santa and his reindeer and the snowman that weekend I recorded, so that put me in a good mood. This only took me a couple of days to finish, and this one I actually finished, well, this main bit this morning. I lost 2 days worth of stitching when I had my week off. One of them was the day trip to Brighton, and the other day was I burnt my fingers. I steam burnt my fingers quite badly. So I was putting something in the oven, and there's something dodgy with my oven, I think. And when I opened the oven to put the next tray in, the steam blasted out. And normally I'd stand back, it was fine. I was standing back as far as I would normally do, and I'm fine. But the steam just shot out, and where the tray was cold, it sort of vortexed round the tray and my hand that was holding it. So I burnt these 3 fingers all the way up quite badly. So I was sat there with my hand in ice water, almost crying for most of the day. But I tried to play it cool because Nat was round, and she was so worried. Bless her. Thank you, Nat. She was like, "Are you okay? Do you want me to get you anything?" I was like, "No, I'm fine. I'm in absolute agony and I'm almost in tears, but I was fine." I think she knew how bad it was. So yeah, I was just sat there with my hand in water. Daryl came in and he was like, "What's up?" And I said, "I burnt my fingers really badly." And he was there, and he went to the shop and he got me some cream to put on it, and he put it in a glove, and he cooked dinner because it was my time to cook. He cooked dinner. It was really, really sweet to sort that out. And I know that if I actually confessed to that, she would have done that as well. Yeah, it was bad. So I lost 2 days worth of stitching that week, but I have managed. There's a few, as you can see, there's a few stitches missing in that one, and that is just the DMC étoile for the snow that I just need to fill in, so that shouldn't take too long. And there's just a little bit under here that I need to stitch. This I'm pulling out today and then working on this one. I did manage to get a few extra stitches in there, so I don't know if that counts as like, yes, I actually did what I said I was going to do, or not. But house there. The back stitch on this is going to be a beast, so I really need to get this going. It won't be done by the end of October, considering we're now the 24th of October. We've only got a week left. It won't be done. And I'm not going to say, oh, I want it done by the end of October, end of November, because I really do want it done by the end of November, but whether or not it will be is another matter. So that is all my stitching. There wasn't a lot in the last couple of weeks, but I like doing them because then it doesn't all build up and you then can't remember what you've stitched on and that. I mean, I've got my tracker, which does help me. Actually, I don't think I've shown anyone. So it's kept in this folder. It's a Lion King 2 folder. I got this at a car boot years ago. I got about 5 of them. All the same, so I decided to change one and use it as my cross-stitch journal, if you like. So I have, there's my whips. And this one is, it's called the Royal Rumble Challenge 2020. It's something that I've been thinking about, and I'll go into some detail about it at some point, but I'm still working out the kinks, if that makes sense. The next is my Stitch from Stash. I am so far in the red, it's quite bad. But in October, I haven't actually brought any stitchy stuff. Not brought any stitchy stuff. And I sold some threads. So I've added that onto my budget for October. So yeah, at the start of October, my brought forward balance is minus £161. So I need to start getting some finishes. I'm hoping to get Dominic page finish done, which works out probably about a £10 credit. So that will help a little bit. I've got the budget of 20 plus the £40 worth of threads that I sold. So yeah, it's a £10.48 credit if I finish page 1 of Dominic. So, and I've had no purchases, so hopefully, I don't know if I'll get back in the black before the end of December. Although I should have finished the stocking. I got the pencil again. I should have finished the stocking by then, and Gemma's cushion, so that will be 2 additional credits, plus the page finish on Dominic. If I do, it's going to be very, very tight and a couple of pence. Then I've got my trackers, which I print off. This is October so far. As you can see, Christmas Donkey has had 6 full sessions, I would say. I'm working on him 30 minutes a day to get the minimum of 50 stitches in. But then these are the days that I spent more than the half an hour on it. So that's what I'm tracking, is the longer than 30 minutes on it. Pandemic, I started on the 13th. So these are my notes. I haven't made a note of that one. That one was started on 16th. I copy these over to Excel where I print them off, so I have a full tracker. So if I lose my folder, at least I've got it on Excel. Then, oh yes, my Oh No You Don't Start All the Things Sal, which is the brainchild of Jen, not Cross Jen, and Louise Angelic Mincy Moo, also known as Loophole Lou. So the ones that are highlighted up here are the ones that I have started and finished. You can see that I've put in Dark Queen of the Sea Sal. That one, obviously I haven't started, but it will be a start. There is a couple of bonus slots that if you finish 3 projects and one of them is part of this, then you get a new start. So if I finish 2 more things, I get another new start. But considering I haven't even done the 10, there's going to be quite a few new starts at the end of the year. So I've not told Jen or Lou this, but I've added in that 7,500 stitches on a Cross Stitch Studio chart. So Dominic basically is counting as a page finish. The Cross Stitch Studio do their charts in like a large print, so there's only about 5,500 stitches per page, whereas a Heaven and Earth chart page is about 7,500 to 8,000. So I can't really claim a page finish for Dominic as a page finish as a Haid, because they're not the same stitch count. So I worked it out that I did the average of a page finish for a Haid, which is 7,500, and I thought, well, I'll just do that. So 7,500 stitches on Dominic works out as a finish. I think I'm currently at about 6,000. Let me have a look. Oh, as at my last count, I'm at 6,900. So that should come out soon. So that will count as a finish. I'm counting that as a finish. And then my last bit is my rotation that I've not actually used. So that is a very quick view of my planner, which was just random. Anyway, back to stitching. Right, that's technically stitching. It's my tracker. Anyway, we'll get into haul. As I said previously, I haven't brought anything in October yet. Kim's got me the rest of the threads I need for Pandemic. They've been put to one side, but I've not paid for them yet. I'm waiting until the car has been in for its repairs to see how much that's going to cost before I buy the rest of the threads. So hopefully the car's not too much. Just a loose wire. That's what I'm praying for, just a loose wire. Nothing serious. He's a nice, decent little car. Anyway, haul. I've only got 2 pieces of haul to show you, and a gift. I received a gift. So we will go for the gift first. Earlier in the video, I said that Nat told me that I wasn't allowed to watch her video because there was a gift in there for me. She has given that to me now, so I can show you, and I love this so much. I love this. For my birthday, I was doing a birthday sale, and it was shoe related. Now, it didn't have to be directly shoes. I've did the Halloween shoes, but if you could link it to that related to shoes, then that worked as well. I wasn't being like completely strict that if it wasn't a shoe you weren't allowed it. I mean, you could work on a horse because I had a horseshoe sort of thing. So Nat worked on a project called Witch Shoes, and she gave that to me. She's fully finished it, and she's in a frame, and she has given it to me. It normally would sit downstairs on table, on my living room coffee table. Obviously, I have to show you because I love this so much. I love this so much. And this is Witch Shoes. Witch Shoes. Nat had a very funny story on this about what she and her husband call it. I'm not going to tell you. You have to go over to her video and see. But yes, I mean, she got this frame in a charity shop and it's just perfect. And I love it. The fabric is, I think we figured it out that it's Coral Reef from KLT Charting, which was an April limited edition. I mean, just look, that is perfect. When my shoe case is finally up, this is going to sit on there. And when I finally finish my Halloween shoes, it's going to sit next to that. So, I love it. This is stitched, I believe it's Anchor Black, and the coverage is a lot better than DMC would be. So I am going to try a little bit of Anchor Black to see if it is actually true. But it looks, I mean, everyone says it. So, yay, I love my gift, thank you. So that's going to sit there, make sure I don't knock it. Then my haul is just 2 pieces of fabric, which is my July limited edition Crystal Nile 18 count Ada. Is lovely teals and a little bit grey. And my August limited edition, which is Marigold Blush. You would have seen in my last video that I showed you these in the 32 count because I have my fabric of the month is for 32 count Murano and 18 count Ada. Kim finally got her order of 18 count Ada, so I've been able to catch up. So, I mean, look at that. I'm not normally one for yellow, as I said earlier, but that is beautiful. I've got to try and remember how she folds it. So that's all my haul that I've got. This month's, so the October limited edition is one called Trick or Treat, and it's blacks and greys, no, blacks and oranges, and it looks amazing. I will put a picture up here. I am highly tempted to get an additional piece of 32 count sparkly Murano, because I have a feeling that, let me just grab the chart. Hopefully you can't see that I'm still in my pyjama bottoms. Mayari, Deity of the Moon. I showed you this a couple of months ago because I got this as a memorial piece for my grandmother who died 10 years ago. So I want to do that. And I have a feeling, or I really hope, that the fabric, this month's fabric, she'll look really good on that. I know that Charlotte, the Woolly Hatted Stitcher, has started that, and she said she was doing it on a Sparkly's fabric. I'm just loading up the comment if I can. Yeah, anyway, sorry. She said she was going to be using Dark Goddess from Sparkly's, and I had a look at that, and oh my god, it would look absolutely amazing on that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her progress on this. And after seeing it, it was like, oh, that is the perfect fabric. I would love to do it, but I don't want to obviously copy. So then when I saw this, I went, oh, I really hope that will work, because although there's a little bit of orange in her down here and in her bracelet, she shouldn't blend. I really hope she won't blend. So my fabric of the month for order, she'll fit on that, on the normal 32 count Mirai, but I don't know whether or not I want the sparkly now. So there is temptation to buy the sparkly as well, and I basically have a week to decide, because Kim will be taking down the fabric on the 1st of November. So I guess if I buy it and then once I've received it, it doesn't really work, then at least I've got it for a different project, and I will have a look out for a different fabric for her. But that is a chart that I want to start this year. It will be one of my starts for this year, so I need to get the fabric sooner rather than later. And I know with hand-dyed fabric there's normally a 4 to 6 week delay on it, because it's all hand-dyed to order, so I need to get it soon so I can start it in 2020. Yes, so that is me all done. And that I do want to do a couple of shout outs, because I keep meaning to do that and I just keep forgetting. So obviously I've said Natalie, Love It, Live It, Make It Yours, Jen, Not Cross Jen, Charlotte, the Woodley Hatted Stitcher, all fabulous Flosstubers. The last couple of months I have started watching Caroline Zook, who is an American, lovely lady. She has just finished her Harbour Haven, so all 12 sections of Harbour Haven, and it looks absolutely amazing, so I highly recommend you check her out. There is also another lovely lady called Jen, who also lives in Wales, who is Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole. She's only got a few videos out, but she's amazing. She has some really, really brilliant stitches and finishes, so I highly recommend you check her out. I actually have to say a thank you to Jen, because in my last video she commented that she was wrestling with metallic floss, and I really hope you won, Jen, and if the battle's still going on, that you are winning, because metallic thread is the devil's arse here. It really is. Anyway, it was the wording that she used, the wrestling. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, you will know that I am a big wrestling fan. So when she commented that, it made me realise I haven't actually watched any of the wrestling recently. So on my week off, I started rewatching or continuing to watch the old WWE pay-per-views. I am now currently on the start of 2008. So really enjoying watching them again. So thank you, Jen, for reminding me to watch the wrestling. So I'm gonna start getting into where I started watching from, because in 2008 was the year I left school and the year that I met Daryl. Although we didn't start dating until 2009, it was the year that I met him. But I didn't start watching the wrestling until end of 2009, beginning of 2010. So, which, as I mentioned when I was going through the planner, that I had a Royal Rumble Challenge 2020. It's something that I've started to think up about, which will be for next year, but I'm still trying to figure out everything with that, so I'm not going to go into detail until I've fully figured it out. Anyway, so that is another Flosstuber that I would recommend you check out. Made by Michelle McGraw is also another one. I know I've mentioned her before because I won the Halloween shoes from her. She has a video, I don't know if it's her latest one, but she has a video where she's showing off all her fully finished objects that she's got back from the framer, and they're amazing. Highly, highly recommend you check her out as well. So they're all the ones that I've been watching the last few weeks. I'm still behind. I'm still about 1 to 2 weeks behind on my Flosstube. I watch the Inner Circle ones when they pop up, apart from when I'm not allowed to, when I get told that I'm not allowed. Kim has done another Flosstube where she shouts me out, so thank you, Kim. If you don't watch her, do watch her, because she's hilarious. She is hilarious, and at the end of her latest video, she gets her 2 youngest sons to do knock knock jokes. So funny. So, Claire, Seaside Stitcher, uploaded a video the other day, and she has a whip parade and the roll of shame. So check her out. And I think they're all the ones that I can think of at the top of my head, because I've done this video without any notes. I've just gone, yes, let's just do it. So I was hoping this video was going to be a little bit shorter, but it's still quite a long one, so I do apologise. If you've made it this far, thank you very, very much. So I will hopefully see you just under 2 weeks, because I do want to start filming again during the week. Yeah. Oh well. I hope you keep safe and well, and I'm going to do my sign off if I remember what I said last time. Life's too short to be stitching things you don't love, so buy all the things and buy the shoes. I know that that's not right, but we're going to go with it. Bye!